Hi everyone, it's Evangeline here at etrailer, and today we'll be taking a look at the Yakima HangTight 6 bike rack right here on our 2019 Honda Passport. If you want to carry around up to 6 bikes, your options are very limited. Most of the hanging rack bikes are up to 5 bikes, and even those are really tricky to get onto there. And if you have your platform racks, those are usually limited to up to 4 bikes. Now the HangTight can carry up to 6 mountain bikes or 4 road bikes, and we'll talk about how it does that, but we are going to focus on our Honda Passport here today, so that way you can get the best fit for you, your different types of bikes, and your vehicle. Now, this being a unique bike rack has a unique way of carrying your bikes. Notice how high up you're going to have this. There's actually 2 versions. You have the Yakima Hangover and the Yakima HangTight. This holds on to your bikes by the handlebars, as well down here by the wheel, which makes it easier for you to carry bikes of different shapes and sizes, and also takes up less space. The downside for this is you cannot load this up or tilt it away with the bikes on. So let's start by taking off the bike. So we'll start here at the wheels, and you do have these adjustable cradles. So the knob up top allows you to move this back and forth, and then you also have a lever on the side, which once you press it, allows you to take this strap out. And I like to just tuck it out of the way so it doesn't get caught up in the spokes as we go over to the handlebars. Here up where the handlebars are, go ahead and press those levers and remove those straps. Now this is kind of high up, but the good news is that even once those straps are off, the handlebars still stay in place, giving you time to figure out the best way to get the bike off. Now this would be helpful if you were on the ground, but in my case, I'm not tall enough to reach the bike while standing on the ground. So we're just gonna go over here from the side while stepping on this stool, lift this off of its handlebar cradles, and now we're ready to hit the trails. So here you can see how this holds on to your handlebars. You do have some rubber padding on the cradles themselves, just so that you don't have any extra scratches or scuffs on those handlebars, as well as to give them some grip when you strap them down. Now, on one side, it's awesome how you can carry around multiple bikes, but it may be a little bit tricky for you to figure out the best fit for all 6 of your bikes. So that's definitely something worth keeping in mind. Take that time to figure out the best fit for you. The distance from the Honda Passport's door to the bike rack is going to be 12 inches or exactly 1 foot. The length this adds though to the back of our car is going to be from the bumper. The furthest point will be this foot lever, and that's 17.5 inches. So compared to your platform racks that can stick way far out past your car, making it hard to park inside your garage, this is going to stick up right behind the vehicle and not take up as much room towards the back. Now that foot lever is used to tilt the bike rack away. Remember, you cannot do this with the bikes on though, just because of the way the bikes sit on there. So you step on the lever, then you bring this down to a tilt, and it stops itself in that position. Why would you tilt your bike rack away? Well, that's if you want to be able to open up your hatch. So if you need to grab something from your hatch, like your bags, your helmets, your waters, look at how much space you have between your door and the bike rack. Now we can grab our taller items like our coolers and our helmets, things like that. So that way you don't lose that access to the great cargo space that the Passport has. The downside is you are going to have to take off all your bikes before you can tilt this away. But what is it like living with a bike rack behind you all the time? With this open design, it doesn't take up as much space, but there are downsides as well. You will not be able to open up the hatch unless you bring this down to a tilt. This does kind of cover your backup camera since it's centered on your vehicle. You will still be able to see the almost full view behind you, but this will be in the way. Now your rear window will be almost completely visible, and your taillights are visible as well. This does stick up pretty high up, and we did talk about that if you are carrying around larger or longer items on your roof like your kayaks, that may be an issue with contact. Now this has a 2-inch shank, which fits into the 2-inch hitch receiver that we just installed on the Honda Passport. Make sure you have the right receiver to match. This pops right in there. We have an anti-rattle bolt and a lock. Now Yakima has the same key system. If you have other accessories that need to be locked, you can get them all to match. That way you only need to use one key for the entire system. This does use a 15/16 socket to tighten down. They do give you a wrench. I recommend getting a socket wrench. We have some extras here at eTrailer if you want that ready to go when you're ready to go. Now I'm going to do a quick shake test here just to show you if there's going to be any movement. You will have a little bit of movement up top where your handlebars are, but once your bikes are on there, they will all cinch together. You might have a little bit of movement up and down, but nothing too crazy. That's because you have an anti-rattle bolt. The most important thing with that anti-rattle bolt is it removes that side-to-side motion. Awesome when you're carrying 6 bikes around. My personal thoughts about the Yakima HangTight is, again, if you do want to carry up to 6 bikes on one vehicle, this might be one of your few options, and it's still a great option. I do like how this holds things up by the handlebars. It makes it easier for you to load up the bikes compared to the Yakima Hangover. That one has less compatibility with those bikes of different shapes and sizes. Now, if you're planning on carrying around multiple bikes often and you want more stability, I do try to recommend a platform rack. The Hollywood Racks Destination 4-bike platform rack is a great option for that. It doesn't take up as much space and it's really easy to attach to your vehicle. It does have the same weight capacity of 37.5 pounds per bike that this one has. But all in all, this does fit on the Passport. It doesn't cover too much there. You do lose a little bit from your backup camera, but you still have that rear window. Definitely a solid choice when you want to carry around a lot of bikes. And that was a look at the Yakima HangTight 6 bike rack here on our 2019 Honda Passport.